Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I really appreciate you joining me. Now, I haven't done a state of the collection video in, gosh, about 4 years now. So I figured it was time to give you an updated video, kind of tell you what I have in my collection now. As a watcher, viewer, and a collector, you really get tired of certain watches after a while. You might still like them, but you just want to put something new on your wrist, and that's basically what I've done. About 75% of these watches are brand new. You're going to recognize a whole bunch of them immediately just looking in the case right now. But I kind of want to tell you what I have now. There's actually 2 of these boxes. I've got this one and another one. And again, about 75% of these are new. A couple of them I'm still going to keep, and I'm going to keep them forever. And I'll show you those models that I'm going to keep forever. I love each and every one of these watches. That's why I'm keeping most of these this time. I'm probably not going to swap out too many. I'll just actually add to this collection and not swap any watches out. So I guess the best way to do it, and what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put a link to the review on my channel for each one of these down in the description field. And I'll also put the model number of each watch right down here at the bottom of the screen so you can kind of take a look at it for quick reference. I really do love each and every one of these watches that I have. So again, I'm not really going to probably swap many of these out. I just like them too much, man. But anyway, let's go ahead and open this thing up real carefully here. See if I can do it without knocking the camera. There we go. And I guess I'll start up in the upper left-hand corner here with this new, what a lot of you think is going to be the SKX replacement. It's the new Seiko 5. I think it's just the new Seiko 5. So let me go ahead and put the model number down there in the bottom of the screen for you. And again, I think they're going to come out with a brand new SKX. I think this is just the replacement for the Seiko 5 line. There are like 27 different models. I actually did a review of this watch by itself and all the 27 new models. I'll put, like I said, both of those links down in the description field for you. I like this watch for its simplicity. I like the updated movement. You got the 4R36 movement inside. You've now got an exhibition case back with these. I love the orange sunburst dial. As you can see, I got an orange sunburst monster down here as well. I just think it's a fantastic looking watch. Great value for money. I think I picked this up for about 200 and, oh gosh, I think shopping in Japan actually cut me a really nice deal for like 250 or something like that. Very comfortable. It's got that, it's just, that real classic SKX case. It's just an incredibly comfortable watch to wear and also very legible, very well made. I think Seiko did a fantastic job with these new Seiko 5s. Some of y'all, actually quite a few of y'all are, pretty pissed off because of the price increase, and I get that. But guys, I love this watch. It's one of my absolute favorites. You can see some scuff marks right there already. Just a great update to the Seiko 5 line. And again, I don't think this is the SKX replacement, at least not the direct SKX replacement. I think this is just the new Seiko 5 line. So anyway, so there's that one. Now right to its right, you can see the good old Rangeman. And the Rangeman comes in, gosh, oh man, 20 different colorways, limited editions, special editions, all that good stuff. Let me go ahead and put that model number down on the bottom of the screen for you. I should know these probably by heart by now, as many reviews as I've done of these watches. But anyway, there is the Rangeman's model number. Again, these come in limited editions. Millions of different colorways. Probably, I'm guessing, one of Casio's best-selling watches, maybe of all time. For everything you're getting solar, you're getting atomic, you're getting triple sensor, you get your ABC sensors. It's just got everything. It really does. Of course, it's a tough G-Shock. It's a fantastic watch. Always going to be a perennial favorite with every G-Shock collector. It's just a fantastic watch, and I've actually got something really cool coming up in the Rangeman. So stay tuned for that. That's coming soon. One of my all-time favorites. A little bit bigger than I normally like to wear, but it's so light. I really don't care. It's not that bad. But I love the features. I love the fact that it's got that atomic timekeeping. And if you notice, I don't know if you can notice or not, but if you look at the, I think this is what, the 5600. If you look at the Pro Trek and you look at the steel, the all steel here, you'll see that they're perfectly synced. I mean, down to the second. Let me let you look at that for just a second here. And you'll see they're all perfectly synced, which I think is really cool. I never have to worry about any of these keeping accurate time. They've always got the correct time. And that's one reason why I love atomic watches. I really, really do. So anyway, so there's the Rangeman. I'll never get rid of this. I love it. I might actually add maybe a couple new Rangemen to this because they have a whole bunch of Save the, what is it? Save the Earth. What is it called? Save the Ocean and the Earth. I can't remember. They got a whole bunch of those limited edition colorways that come in the Rangeman. Was it Save the Ocean and the Earth? Anyway, I'll put it down at the bottom of the screen for you. All right, here is the new, was this 5600, I believe? Again, fantastic watch. Has all the features that this Rainman does, except for the ABC sensors, and it has Bluetooth, which honestly, I think a lot of y'all agree, I don't even use the Bluetooth functions. I mean, you can mess around with some world times and do, some alarms, but everything you do on the Bluetooth app, you can just do on the watch itself. So some people are kind of on the fence about the gold. It's not as pronounced in person as it looks on the screen. It's kind of a subdued. I think it kind of sets it apart. I like it, man. I love the combi bracelet. Now, these are all plastic or actually resin links. Some of y'all still think these combi bracelets have metal interlinks right there. This is all plastic for 2000, was this a 19 model? 2019, all plastic except for, obviously, the buckle, which is stainless steel. You got your stainless steel scissor clasp right there. You've got a stainless steel case back. I think one of the best value watches out there for the money. And I think this is the most inexpensive Bluetooth G-Shock I believe that you can get. I think that's got all of the other features. I think it's the most inexpensive Bluetooth and solar, I believe. Anyway, it's got everything you need. If you don't want to pay the big bucks for the all steel right here, get this one. I did a video on this one too, and of course, like I said, I'll put all those links in the description field for you. And of course, I think I forgot to tell you what the model number is. Let me put the model number down here for you for this one as well. So there is that. Guys, I mean, get this watch. It's so light. It's so comfortable. Again, as you got your atomic, you got your solar, you got your Bluetooth functionality if you want to use the Bluetooth. A lot of people don't even use the Bluetooth on a whole bunch of Casio watches. I mean, it's really cool for the techies out there, but I just don't really see a lot of people using it. So anyway, get one of these if you like it. I love this watch. One of my favorites. And speaking of one of my absolute favorites in my collection is the new Arnie reissue right here. And this is the Pepsi version. You got the Pepsi colored bezel with the blue and the red. Love this watch. Absolutely love it. Let me go ahead and put that model number down here in the bottom of the screen for you. There's the model number. Solid, substantial, fits great, accurate timekeeping. And I love that the hands and the second hand, obviously, they're totally linked to the LCD display at the top, and they just rapidly rotate. Whenever you adjust the time, they rapidly rotate to the correct time, which I think is pretty cool. So it's a really nice movement inside they put in this one. I love it, man. I just think it's a fantastic looking watch. Again, if you're a fan of the 80s action movies with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jean-Claude Van Damme and Sylvester Stallone and gosh, Dolph Lundgren, God, I could go on and on. If you're a fan of those movies, man, this is Carl Weathers, there you go. If you're a fan of those movies, this watch will definitely bring you back. One of my all-time favorites. I just love, it's so masculine and tough looking. I love now that it's solar powered. It would be really cool if they made this atomic as well, but they didn't. But this comes in, I think, 3 different versions now. You've got the Pepsi version, you've got the all black, you've got the Seiko Web exclusive, which I think is black and gold. And I'm sure they're going to be coming out in different colorways of this. Just a fantastic looking watch. It's just the cool factor with this Arnie reissue is off the chain. Love, love, love this watch. All right. Now I think this one right here, this Seiko Monster to its right, is kind of a sleeper watch. Let me go ahead and put the model number of that one down on the bottom of the screen for you. This one has not been snapped up with the same, I guess, fervor, is that the word I'm looking for, as the orange Sunburst down here. I think this is a beautiful watch. This Seiko, was it the Blue Coral Reef Monster? I think this is a beautiful watch, man. That Sunburst dial really catches the eye. The 3rd generation, I think it's probably my favorite generation. Yeah, you don't get the day, but you still have the date. You've got the improved movement. I've been a little on the fence about Cyclops, but I actually like these now, maybe because I'm a little bit older, but it really does help you read the date. I like the yellow accented second hand. Again, I mean, it's the build quality. This is the made in Japan version. I think all those special editions are made in Japan. It's beautiful. The build quality is fantastic. I think Seiko might be turning the corner with these quality control issues about the bezel not lining up with the indexes. One of my all-time favorites again, all these watches, guys, I love them. And again, I'm probably not going to get rid of any of these. I just like them too much. So I think I've got my collection now to a state that it's going to be, you know, pretty much collect forever. I'm not going to get rid of these. I love this, man. It's just a beautiful watch. And I'm not quite sure why people haven't snapped this one up as much as they've snapped up its brother down here. You can't find, and when I'll talk about the orange sunburst here in a minute, but you can't find any of these anywhere on eBay. Nobody's, you know, getting rid of them. They're going to hold on to them forever. This right here is a hot watch. So anyway, so go out there and get one of these blue monsters, these coral reef blue monsters. Now, there's also another one, I believe. I think there's a green version, a snowflake version, and I think just a black dial version of this. I'm not quite sure what the snowflake version is doing. That one really just didn't really do much for me, only because it was kind of hard to read. I mean, all that white on white made it a little bit hard to read. But I love this watch, especially in bright sunlight. This dial, I've gotten quite a few compliments on this watch, by the way. This dial really catches the light with that blue sunburst. Just a beautiful watch, man. I love this thing. All right. Now you'll notice to its right, I have got the Seiko PADI Turtle. Really nice watch. I like this one for a couple different reasons. This was my first Turtle reissue that they came out with that I got. I was super excited about this watch. I still wear it on a regular basis. I like this watch a lot. I mean, it's super comfortable. You notice the case kind of angles down right there. So it's incredibly comfortable on the wrist. It is a little bit heavy. I have to admit, any of these Turtle reissues are just a tad heavy compared with compared with one of these G-Shocks or something. It is a little heavy, but it's not a big deal. It's such a fantastic looking watch. You get the 4R36 movement. You get the day and the date. The crown on this one is buttery smooth. You get the blue sunburst dial, if you notice right there. Good looking watch, man. I like this one a lot as well. I've had this one forever, going to keep it forever. And y'all know there are, 20 different versions of the Seiko reissue, the Turtle reissue. So there's a colorway out there for you. If you don't like this one, gosh, there's tons of different colorways. You can get this watch in just about every color in the rainbow. And I might have something special coming up with this too. So anyway, stay tuned for that. So there is the Seiko PADI Turtle reissue. And before I put that one away, let me be real careful and let me get the Great White. And I'll tell you the main reason why I like the Great White, and that is the bezel. If you look at the two bezels, this bezel is, what you want to say, engraved, embossed. The bezel is different. See how the bezel is flat on the PADI Turtle, and how it's engraved or embossed on the Great White. And I like the dial too on the Great White too. I like both of these watches, man. But I've never seen another Turtle with this bezel where it's actually the numerals are engraved in the watch or engraved on the bezel. So I think this one's going to be a collector's edition. There's still tons of them out there. So if you want to get one, get one. And again, I'll make sure to put this model number down on the bottom of the screen for you. So check out that model number. There it is. If you want to get one of these Great Whites. Fantastic looking watch. I like this watch a lot, and especially love this bezel. And also, if you notice, the bezel on the Great White is a little bit taller than the bezel on the PADI. So, better to grip. This one's definitely better to grip. Good looking watch, man. You can see the little shark fin over there at 8 o'clock. There it is right there. There's the shark fin right where my finger is. So anyway, there's the Great White. Let me put both of these back very carefully. All right, now I think this is one of the rock stars of my collection. I think they're all stars, but I think this is one of the rock stars. I love this orange sunburst. Man, love this watch. Again, I think this is an absolute collector's item now. They are to be found nowhere. I mean, you can scour the internet as much as you want. You're not going to find one of these for sale, either brand new, and a brand new would probably cost you $1,000, $1,200, or even used, maybe $900. I'm just guessing. I'm just throwing numbers out there. People love this orange sunburst, and I am definitely one of those. I'm so glad, because I hadn't had a Seiko Monster in my collection for a couple years. Stupidly, I got rid of my black, what is it, SRP 609, I think, or 607. Anyway, I got rid of that one. Let me go ahead and put the model number of this one down on the screen for you before I forget. There is that. And again, luckily, I got one of these before they were sold out. And again, I hadn't had one in a couple years, and man, I'm so glad I got one back in my collection. Fantastic build quality, just beautiful looking watch. I love an orange dialed watch. Some people don't. I just think it's a really, really cool looking colorway for a watch. Again, made in Japan, just like its blue coral reef brother up here. So man, if you can get one of these, I would highly, highly recommend getting one of these if you can find one. That's the key word there, if. So get one of these watches, man, really cool. Now, I splurged, I guess, last week, 2 weeks ago, and I got the all steel, was it the 5000 series? So glad I did. Man, what a well-built G-Shock. Gorgeous looking, all the same features as the, what is this? I think this is the 5600. All the same features, except for this one's all stainless steel. This one has the nicer display, and has a different module in it. But man, I love this thing. And what really surprised me, let me put this down real quick and put this, I guess this is the 5600. Let me put this back real quick. What surprised me was the bracelet. I didn't realize that the bracelet used spring bars between each link. I didn't know that, man. I thought these were just regular pin and collar, but they're not. They're little spring bars, which I thought was pretty cool, man. Really, really neat design from G-Shock. A little bit heavy. I can see where some of the complaints come with this being a little bit too heavy. Not a big deal to me. I just think it's one of the coolest G-Shocks ever made. Of course, you know, I did a review on the titanium version about, I don't know, I guess about a month ago. I just think that was just obscenely expensive for what you're getting. For titanium, you're paying about, what this one's what, about $500. You're paying what, now about $1,400 more, $1,300 more, about $1,800 to $1,900 for the titanium version. Man, unless you just have to have titanium, and some of y'all out there are going to definitely get that watch. I know a lot of y'all already bought it. You know, get just the all stainless steel. Even get the 5600 down here, the all resin version. Love it. Bluetooth, solar, atomic timekeeping. Just a really cool watch, man. So glad that G-Shock decided to do this. And I think you're going to notice a trend here. All of my watches are divers. I don't like dress watches. I never have. So I don't have any watch in here that's a dress watch. Here we go with the ProTrek. Just the cool factor on this one is fantastic. Let me go ahead and put that model number down on the bottom of the screen for you. There's the model number of that one. Cool factor on this one, I just love it. It's got the neon illuminator. Again, solar, atomic, everything you need, triple sensor. Just a cool looking watch. Titanium, titanium bracelet, all titanium bracelet. The case is stainless steel resin, and again, titanium bracelet. I think it's just a fantastic looking watch. I love it. It's got every feature I need. Love that illuminator, which I think is super cool. One of my favorite iterations of this ProTrek line. There are a couple different versions of this. I love this thing, man. Good looking watch. All right, now I think the next one here is my Citizen ProMaster. This was my watch of the year back in 2015. One of my all-time favorites. Comes in two different colorways. You got the black, you get the blue. With the blue, I think it only comes on a rubber or silicone strap. The black, you can get either on the black strap, or this Japanese version, you can get on a stainless steel bracelet. Really cool watch. You can see the bracelet has seen better days. I love that you have got the built-in dive extension right there. Pretty cool. Just, I mean, classic watch from Citizen now. This is going to be, I mean, I think I did a legend video on this not too long ago. Love it. 200 meters water resistant, solar powered, just a boss of a watch, man. I love this thing. Feels solid on the wrist. I just love Citizen's bracelets, whether they be stainless steel or titanium. Their bracelet game is off the charts. Love, love, love this watch. Let me go ahead and put its model number down on the bottom of the screen before I forget. All right, there's that model number for you. Citizen ProMaster, love this thing, man. You got to get one of these watches if you can. All right, I think I did a review of the new green SUMO a while back. Really, really cool watch. I wish I could get, there's a Zimbe version of this. I think it's all white or all gray. I can't remember. But I love this watch. I like this style better, which I think this is what the second generation, I believe. The new generation, Skinnier markers, skinnier text, skinnier hands. Everything is skinnier. It's like they put the SUMO on a little bit of a diet. Improved movement, but I like this design better, man. It's just a fantastic looking watch. Now the new SUMO is nice. Don't get me wrong. I just prefer this one, especially the fatter numerals on the bezel. I just like this new SUMO. Let me go put the model number down on the bottom of the screen for you. There is that. One of my all-time favorites. Again, like I said, guys, I love each and every one of these watches, and they're all divers except for the new Seiko 5 up there. Is anything else not a diver? Yeah, all the rest of them are divers. So I just like dive watches. I'm not a big dress watch guy. But just a classic looking watch from Seiko. This is a perennial favorite as well. Multiple different colorways of this one as well. Some very rare, like there's a gray version, a white version, a yellow version. There's tons of different versions of the SUMO. And most of those limited edition Seikos, a lot of them come out of Thailand, like the Zimbabwe versions and some of the other stuff. And if you can find one of those, they're very rare and very, very expensive. So anyway, if you want to get one of the new ones, the version 3, I think they're running about $800. You do get a sapphire crystal, better movement. So check out one of those if you want to get one of the new ones. But I love the second generation, just my personal favorite for the SUMO. All right, but wait, there's more. I have got another watch box, not as full as this one, but pretty full, I guess. And these are my kind of, knock around every day. Don't care if anything happens to them, except for one. I take that back. There's one in here that I want to make sure I keep pristine forever. Let me line this thing up here. Let me get the other watch box out of the way. All right. God, this watch box is heavy. Ugh. All right, let me line this up. There we go. We lined up. Look good for the camera. All right, let's go ahead and open this one up. If I can get it. There we go. All right, on the left-hand side of the screen, I've got two Citizen Pro Masters, automatics. Love these watches. One of the best bang for buck automatics out there. This is kind of in the line of the SKX, but kind of like Citizen's version. Left-handed crown on these, really cool. And this one right here, the blue version, the blue dial version, has got a blue sunburst dial. In fact, let me go ahead and do this before I forget. Let me put the model number of this one on the bottom of the screen for you. There you go. And let's do the blue sunburst dial. This one is really only available in Europe. So this one's a little bit hard to get. I actually did a video of both of these. And I think I called this the Unicorn Citizen Pro Master because it was kind of hard to find. But there you go. Love both of these. Love the left-handed crown. It doesn't dig into your wrist like some crowns can. None of the watches I showed you before really dig in my wrist at all. But there are some that are a little more pronounced that can possibly dig into your wrist a little bit. And Citizen kind of alleviated that problem with putting the crown on the left-hand side of the screen. Just the quality of movement, man. Really, really cool. These are not hackable, if I remember correctly. But so far as bang for your buck, great watches. I love both of these. I just think they're fantastic looking. Of course, I also did a video of the new and improved versions of these. I think those are called the Fugus, if I remember correctly. In fact, let me go put that screenshot up on the screen for you of that video. Those are the Asia Limited models, if I remember correctly. And those are good looking watches, man. I mean, I thought they would have maybe done a better movement, but they kept the same movement. Basically, it's just an aesthetic upgrade, just looks, same mechanicals inside, but really, really popular watches. Both of these are very popular watches from Citizen, and I can see why. Really cool watches. Let me go ahead and put both of these back. Now, y'all know what's on the right-hand side up there. That is the incredibly famous Casio Duro. Probably the best beater watch ever made. $50, sometimes even like $45, gets you 200 meters water resistant, gets you a screw down crown and a screw in case back. 45 to $50 gets you a legitimate dive watch. That's just crazy. I don't see how Casio does it, but they're able to do it somehow. Kudos to them for even making this watch. I love this. I hate to speak in absolutes, but maybe the most comfortable watch I have. I love this thing, man. So 45 or $50 gets you one of the most iconic Casio beater watches ever made. You have got to have one of these in your collection. I don't care if all you have is Swiss watches like Rolexes and Omegas and Tags and whatever. Get one of these, man. You're going to love it. All right. Now here is a calculator watch. I really only got this just because I was feeling very nostalgic one day. I grew up in the 80s and these were absolutely everywhere. I actually did a video on all the different calculator watches out there, currently out there. Let me put that up on the screen for you. All right, let me go ahead and put the model number down on the bottom of the screen for you. Guys, I just like the looks of this watch. Obviously, I'll never use any of the calculator functions. I just think it's cool looking. I guess I'm letting my inner nerd shine a little bit. You've got a friction closure on this one. Still very comfortable, extremely light. I think this is water resistant to what? Gosh, I can't remember. Probably like 50 meters or something really, really small like that. Maybe not even that. Got a 10-year battery. Just a cool looking watch, man. Decent lume on it too. I was kind of surprised. So you could pick these up for like 20 bucks. Sometimes they're conversation starters. People just want to say, what is that? Or they remember what it is. All right, this is one watch that will never, ever, ever leave my collection. This is the automatic Maverick by Victorinox. Maybe my heaviest watch. It's a beast, man. But, you know, I got this really because, you know, the Maverick name. Obviously, my son's name is Maverick. It's a fantastic watch. I think this has got an ETA 2824 inside. So this is a legitimate Swiss watch. Love the blue sunburst dial. Just fantastic, very legible. And of course, because, you know, Maverick loves it, I love it, and I'll never, ever get rid of it. So cool looking watch by Victorinox. And they also come in different sizes, and these also come in quartz too. So if you want to get one of these, I will warn you, it is a little bit heavy to wear. But again, not too bad, but just letting you know, total disclosure, it is a heavy watch, but I love it. I already showed you the blue Citizen ProMaster. I don't remember what the name of this watch is. I don't remember what the model number is. Let me go put it on the bottom of the screen for you. This one's really advanced for its price point. You've got solar. The hands do all the motorized movement like some of the higher end Casios or G-Shocks, but it's a very inexpensive watch. I think like 30 or 40 bucks for this thing. I just thought it was really cool. Maverick likes wearing this one. This might be his first watch that he's kind of worn on a regular basis. Multiple different colorways of this. Really good beater watch, just like the Duro up there. Great beater watch. Really advanced for what you're getting, for how much you're paying. All right. Next to it, I have got another good beater watch. A little bit of nostalgia going on. And this is the Royale, the Casio Royale. I only really like it just because I think it looks cool. Neat looking watch. Another one with a 10-year battery, just like the data bank watch up there. 10-year battery. Just a cool kind of classic, kind of nerdy Casio watch. I just, I like. It's very comfortable too. Both of those are very comfortable. Different type of buckle on this one. Got a little scissor clasp action there. Nice watch, man. These come in multiple different colorways as well. There you go. And a bit of a unicorn to its right is the 300-meter Citizen ProMaster Diver. And the cool thing about this watch, and this one's in mint condition, by the way, there's not a scratch or a flaw with this watch. Love it. And I actually put it on a OEM stainless steel, Citizen OEM stainless steel bracelet. This one's got the monocoque case back. It's got the sealed case on the back. Love this watch. If y'all have seen any of my Citizen Tough reviews, same thing, sealed watch. If you were to need to service this watch, you'd have to go through the crystal in the dial to service this watch. 300 meters. It is a little bit smaller on the wrist, what it looks like wearing it. But to me, that's not a big deal. I think this is like a 40 millimeter or 39 or something like that. A little bit smaller than I normally like, but it's such a cool watch. It's solar powered. It's such a classic. I just love this thing. Really love this watch. Now, I've got a few more watches in storage. I mean, stuff that's just, really not even worth showing. Just some, kind of beater watches. Guys, Swiss watches are expensive. I wish I had a whole bunch of Rolex or APs or Panerais or, gosh, Vacheron Constantin or Pateks. But, those watches are really expensive. So anyway, this has been my little collection. Again, mostly divers. A few little nerdy watches here and there, a few beaters here and there, but I love each and every one of them for different reasons. And again, I'll make sure to put all of the links to these, all the video links of the videos I've done with all the watches, and those video links are going to have the links to go on Amazon. And if you want to buy one of these from my Amazon channel, I would definitely appreciate it. I do get a small commission, not a huge commission, but I do get a little bit of something if you want to buy one of these. Some of these I don't think are even available anymore, but go down there and check. And I'll also double check on all the links in the description to make sure everything is legitimate and that you can get one of these watches and all that type of good stuff. So anyway, that's been the state of the collection for 2020. I'll probably do another one of these reviews in about 5 years. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you click that notification bell. I really appreciate it. And I've got a crap load of watches coming up in the next month. I'm just waiting for stuff to come in. That's why I really had time to do the state of the collection video. I'm waiting for a whole bunch of stuff to come in. So while we're waiting for that, enjoy this collection. I really appreciate all your comments. So make sure you put tons of comments in there. Tell me what you think of these watches. Some people actually got pissed, man. You've got some sort of disorder. All you like is dive watches. Well, yeah, that's all I like. Some people only like, I don't know. Some people are vegetarians. They don't like meat. Everybody likes a little bit something different. I only like dive watches. So anyway, I'd love to hear your comments. Even if even if you disagree with my collection, which I don't think a lot of you will. I think a lot of y'all will like it. At least I hope you do. Actually, I don't care if you do or not, but I just want to show you what I have. And if you like any of the watches, go out there and pick one up. So anyway, guys, till the next review, I will see y'all later. Take care, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.